speech. Here's the audience. $1.5 trillion is owed in student loan debt. Over the last 10 years, 2 million students have defaulted on their loans. How does this affect you? The federal government acknowledges that in the next 10 years, $3.1 billion will be lost in student loans. These numbers are part of a 2019 article in the Wall Street Journal about the student loan crisis. As high school students, we are told that in order to have a successful career, we need to attend university and obtain a degree. We are told that if we don't, we'll be stuck in a dead-end job with low wages. I believe that we should create programs to educate high schoolers about alternate career paths and to review debt-to-wage potential with these kids. Everyone is paying the price for the student loan crisis, and I think we need to act on repairing this. First, I want to take a moment to explain how we got to this point. The student loan system started as a policy to improve access to higher education for everyone, and in some ways it is working. Americans with bachelor degrees in the workforce have doubled since the 1980s. The college premium, which is what graduates earn over those without degrees, is at an all-time high. The problem has been that colleges need larger staff and infrastructure to accommodate increased attendance. Tuition rate has increased by 1,375% since 1978. To help meet this demand, according to 2017 data collected over 20 years by the Department of Education, 1/4 of those students graduating from years 95 to 96 have defaulted on their student loans, and students graduating from 2005 and 2006 are already at the 25% default mark only 10 years in. The second major problem is only 50% of students who pursue further education actually graduate. This leaves students with a large amount of debt and no means to pay it off. A good look at the system and how we got here can hopefully keep us from going further down this road. Several factors have acted to create this problem. According to a survey done by entrepreneur.com, 50% of college students enroll because they think that's the next natural step, or that's what's expected of them. Few students that enroll know actually what they want to do. And according to the recent research released by the Department of Education, 50% of them never make it to earning a degree. Forbes magazine has an article with an apt description on how we got to this point. It said that the school system was flooded with cheap money, which led to a surge in the ranks of college-going students. Colleges responded to higher demand by raising tuition prices, leading Congress to increase student loans and grant money. This, combined with the lack of government oversight, created perverse incentives. Colleges could raise money quickly by admitting academically suspect students, while suffering little to no consequences for dropout and defaulting on loan. The average high schooler has easy access to college and grant money and college and loan money. This, combined with feeling pushed towards a college degree and no real desire to finish, creates a high dropout rate. Although we cannot make any overt changes to policy, I believe there are a few things we can do to educate and enact a helpful change. Foremost in solving this problem is we need a change of perspective. With 50% of students joining college because they feel like they are pressured to, we're bound to see a high dropout rate. I think there are two avenues we can take to start to make a change. television personality Mike Rowe has been saying for years that we are developing the labor gap in the U.S. workforce, with kids taught that in order to succeed they must attend university and get a 4-year degree. We are seeing a decline in skilled laborers and technicians. We need kids to know that they can earn a great living without having to attend university, that they can enroll in a trade school or certification program. Recently backed by the president, this labor gap is now acknowledged and steps are being taken to help improve the American labor force. A second step that can be enacted to help is educating graduating high school students about career choice and the loan amounts required to earn this degree. I feel like we are neglecting to tell our students what their options are and educating them on one of the most important post-graduation choices. Neither of these will be difficult to implement and could go a long way towards reducing our student loan debt. This is a complex and tangled problem, so I just want to take a moment to summarize how we start to fix this problem. The student loan crisis is a multi-headed problem that in some ways is working like intended. With a few changes, I think we can make the system work better. I think we need to educate our graduates on their wage to debt ratio and how paying off these loans is going to affect them later. And we need to talk to them about career paths and alternate educational options. With our labor gap in skilled technicians, other careers are getting paid better than ever. With these changes, we can reduce student loan by nipping it in the bud and save the taxpayers potentially billions. So let's talk to our soon-to-be graduates and see if we can help them make productive choices. Thank you.